The games planned for 2026 are already drawing serious attention. With ambitious ideas, strong gameplay direction, and impressive early reveals, these titles are shaping up to be worth watching. Let's get into it.
Tyndalston.
Samson, a Tyndalston story, sets its focus on a quiet town, hiding layers of personal history and strange secrets. The direction leans toward narrative depth, character interaction, and slow discovery. Small moments, conversations, and locations appear central to how the story unfolds.
My past mistakes are catching up. In this city, desperation's the currency. You can't outrun debt. You can't freeze interest. You can curl up and die in the street. Or you can fight the fuck back.
Replaced presents a retro-futuristic city defined by neon lights, social divide, and synthetic control. Movement, combat, and platforming are tightly integrated, giving the world a cinematic flow. The game's direction points toward a story about identity and survival inside a visually striking dystopia.
Time is to come yet, to become all unsavior. Be our savior.
Hi, I'm General Johnny Rico, and I want to thank you for doing your part by tuning into this broadcast.
Starship Troopers Ultimate Bug War builds toward large-scale warfare against overwhelming alien forces. Massive battlefields, heavy weaponry, and relentless enemy swarms shape the experience. The focus sits firmly on intensity, scale, and chaotic frontline combat.
Would you like to know more?
Attention all drivers. This is your 1 minute.
Carmageddon Rogue Shift aims to bring vehicular destruction back into wide-open arenas built for chaos. Cars are designed for impact. Environments break apart under speed, and reckless aggression drives progression. Everything points toward fast, destructive freedom.
The hideout is on fire.
The Godslayer sets its sights on a world ruled by cruel fallen deities whose power has warped the land itself. Ruined temples, scorched battlefields, and divine relics shape a journey built around challenging beings far beyond human scale. Combat and progression point toward confronting godlike forces head-on, with spectacle and consequence driving every clash.
I'll deal with the Celestials. You go on ahead and find out what's going on. Don't do anything rash. Easy for you to say. Now, how do I get past all the soldiers?
What happened? On me. Not again, is it?
And he tells me not to do anything rash.
Mind your business. Damn it!
Catch him!
There you go.
Down! Stop right there! Where did he go? It's you! He's up there!
Whoa, too many.
Stop! There he is! Nowhere to run down! Don't move! Have a taste of my ass! No! Put it out! Put it out!
Cool off, you lot. Gonna be cold.
What's going on here?
Here we are.
Fodder, fools, humans. Which is next?
That must be Master. Head for the signal. Come on!
Quarantine Zombies centers on survival inside, sealed urban zones overrun by infection. Tight streets, abandoned buildings, and limited resources shape constant pressure. The experience focuses on tension, decision-making, and staying alive in controlled but hostile environments.
I'm getting out of here, and I'm saving you, brother. I promised Mom I'd look after you. You do the same for me. This piece of junk won't even start. I need parts. Without a vehicle, I'll never reach my brother.
This is your final warning. The army will be here in 2 days. Don't even think about going after your brother. Stand your ground.
Castouts centers on survival at the edge of a broken world, where exile is a way of life. Scattered settlements, hostile factions, and scarce resources define the landscape. The direction leans toward player choice, shifting alliances, and carving out a place in a land that offers no mercy and no safety.
Today, a new chapter in this land's history shall be written.
Crimson Desert pushes toward a vast fantasy world filled with warring factions, dangerous wilderness, and personal stories woven into large-scale conflict. Exploration, cinematic combat, and character-driven storytelling appear deeply connected. The project aims for scope, detail, and emotional weight.
Believe to be right. Cliff, seek out your Greymane comrades. Uncover the truth that lies within. And let your heart speak without fear.
In the end, all will come together as one. We fight for the future of all. Sound the horn of our final battle. Fight! Fight for Pywell!
Your fight is not for revenge, nor glory, nor pride.
This is your end!
Remember who you are, and let it guide your path. For at the end of it, you will find the answers you seek. Immerse yourself in the events of a long-forgotten past.
Abyss of Doom, to push players into collapsing realms filled with corrupted creatures and relentless danger. The world appears designed around forward momentum, where standing still invites disaster. Combat and traversal emphasize aggression, urgency, and surviving environments that are actively falling apart.
The truth. Faith with the embodiment of your madness. The choice is yours. But remember, life doesn't forgive.
My name is Pavel, and I'm a digital designer.
Zlin City Arch Moderna is moving toward a futuristic urban experience built around bold architecture and controlled social order. The city appears designed as a living space rather than a backdrop, with layered districts, strict systems, and quiet tension-shaping exploration. Its direction points to a world where structure, control, and modern design hide deeper unrest waiting to surface.
By modern ideas and vision of unified architecture. People who came to the city were amazed by the high-rise buildings and the work of functionalist architects. A poor boy could become a master craftsman, secure a home for his entire family in a modern Batya house. It was a unique time that will never happen again, and it's a story I want to capture for the whole world, because Batya ideas and thoughts live on in the city and its people to this day. Our game, Zlin City, is a cozy historical city building strategy created with real miniatures. At the time when most things are generated, I choose to go opposite way and create something unique, tangible, and new. By doing that, I am also continuing the tradition of Zlin Film Studios, because I believe that just like film, even games can be art. All of this using the latest technologies and methods. Modeling, 3D printing, photogrammetry and 3D scanning, and game engines. My studio Polyperfect has a lot of experience in the game development, and for this project I invited the best professionals from Zlin to help me bring the game to life. From painting, designing gameplay mechanics, to composing original music, and even to historical research, which we take very seriously. As you can see, this is an extremely demanding undertaking involving thousands of hours of work. So if you like the project, I would be grateful for your support, whether by sharing it or adding the game to your wishlist. I will also be sharing regular updates on our progress through social media and Discord. And you can find all the information you need on our website.
Luna Abyss takes place inside a colossal structure buried deep beneath the surface of a hostile world. Vertical exploration, unstable environments, and oppressive atmosphere define movement and combat. The experience leans toward tension and mystery rather than safety.
Cooperative games is because I've been sort of typecast into that now.
Yeah, we sort of embrace the chaos.
Den of Wolves focuses on high-stakes criminal operations inside dense urban spaces. Heists, tactical planning, and sudden chaos shape the flow of each mission. The direction favors cooperation, pressure, and unpredictable outcomes.
Basically.
Look at him get antsy.
Nailing the tone and making sure that the game has a specific target audience, like we're aiming at a specific type of player.
Wishlist now on Steam!
Den of Wolves is a game that's gonna try to cater to the heist fantasy, but also cater to players playing with strangers.
Splitting the game into two groups, saying like, either you plan the heist,
You're in position.
or you're there to help out. We're making almost like two games at the same time, but it sort of sits in the same session. It sort of has to be its own thing. Otherwise, why does the project exist if it's not its own thing?
It's such a cliche word, immersive, but it is. You hear that all the time about when talking about games. But yeah, I guess immersive is the best way to like just bringing people in and avoiding these things that keep reminding the player that, oh, this is just a game, you know.
We take a lot of inspiration from Inception is a good example, or Matrix, where you have an alternate reality or dimensional things.
And then of course there's like deep lore, and it's a huge part of a game experience is the narrative and the atmosphere, the mix with the sound effects and the music as well. All of that informs the tone and how you perceive the game as someone who just jumps in and gets into it, you know.
It develops into a sprawling city controlled by corporations, and you have to rely on crime to survive.
Everything in the game supports making it appeal to that type of a gamer.
It's hard for me to do anything else, you know. It's that.
We've got company! Give me 2 seconds!
Let's just make games in a way, you know.
Windrose builds its world around exploration, myth, and sweeping landscapes shaped by ancient forces. Movement through open environments feels central to progression, with the story tied closely to the land itself. The tone leans poetic and adventurous. DEFECT to drop players into a fractured conflict where loyalty and identity are constantly tested. Combat and narrative move together through hostile zones filled with shifting threats. The experience appears built around tension, instability, and survival under pressure.
Green light, 50 seconds. The system approves infiltration and data harvest. High-value criminal elements control the entire block between Figueroa and Lincoln. Multiple suspects in the stacks. Infiltrate and harvest. I will guide you in. Serve and protect. And the system will set you free. Once you're inside, apprehend and pursue all suspects.
The system requires you monitor all fellow officers for deviation. It is your sworn duty to report any agitation, any disobedience, any emotion. The system is always watching.
Flesh eat. Welcome to the grinder. You think you're brave? Law-abiding citizens, we have guests. 10 floors up for the first slug to bring me to head. If you want to live through the night, stay the fuck out of our way.
That's the first data drive. Marked.
Running a bypass.
Stealth wall deployed.
Suspect inside is jamming our system access. Breach and clear the apartment. Weapons hot.
Your hands up!
Let me see her!
No hesitation.
Please help! So get down! What did they promise you? Freedom? Family?
There are 2 more data cubes on this block.
The system knows you're one of us.
Not going down!
Cover me!
Prosecute. With extreme prejudice.
Fuck you, pig!
Consciousness transfer approved.
No, no, no!
Please, I just need to get up to 460.
Alameda PD is tracking multiple gang units converging on your position. Floor 80 and above are locked down. Data cubes will access the system mainframe. Wipe the drive and reboot the block.
Useless bastards! You let the pigs check into my shit! I ought to skin the lot of you! Now swallow those fucking What did they promise you? Freedom. Family. The system knows you're one of us.
The world ended long ago.
Darkcraft is positioning itself as a dark fantasy journey, focused on forbidden magic and its consequences. The world is being shaped around ritual spaces, corrupted landscapes, and unstable power drawn from ancient sources. Everything suggests a progression system tied closely to choice, where gaining strength comes with visible cost and lasting impact.
Themselves. Nameless warriors die so that legends may live. Silence breaks and he awakens.
Hello Sunshine presents a bright, welcoming world focused on exploration, connection, and small personal moments. Colorful environments, gentle tasks, and friendly characters guide the experience. Beneath the warmth, the journey hints at themes of healing, change, and restoring balance to a place that quietly lost its light. Plague Doctor Life in Pestilence is setting up a grounded medieval survival experience centered on disease, fear, and moral pressure. Towns appear strained by outbreaks, limited medicine, and conflicting beliefs. The direction leans toward difficult decisions, human consequence, and navigating a society on the brink rather than traditional combat.